Philly rallies back from a double-digit deficit, and they get the 21-17 KO of KC. In that rematch, the Chiefs shut out. They got bupkis in the second half, so the Eagles improved to 9-1. That's a sexy record. They're the top team in the NFL through 10 games, and Kansas City dropping to 7-3, and they are in a pileup as there are a bunch of teams there behind the Ravens in the AFC. But technically, Kansas City is the number 2 seed now behind Baltimore in the American Football Conference. So let us discuss the question. How much responsibility does Travis Kelce, that's right, Travis Kelce, get for the Chiefs losing? That is where we are going to begin. So I've got Microscope, Savannah Elephant, and Yokozuna. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a goose egg, which is, again, what the Chiefs put up in the second half. So to answer the question, how much responsibility does Travis Kelce get for the Chiefs going down in this game? You start to shame and blame number 87. It is a complicated web we weave. Travis Kelce had 7 catches in this game on 9 targets for 44 yards and a touchdown. So for the uneducated fan, for the low information fan, he did fine. And you're just being a hater. What's wrong with you? But when you dig below the surface, just a little bit below the surface, you realize wasn't good enough. Travis Kelce was not good enough. Now, why do I say that? Because of incompetence, sporadic incompetence. Now, Kelce dropped a key third down play in the fourth quarter. He did catch the fourth down, but there shouldn't have been a fourth down. He catches the third down play. That changes that drive. And the biggest sin of them all, right to confessional, Travis Kelce, early in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs matriculating the ball down the field, and he coughs up the football at the Eagles' 9-yard line. The Chiefs leading by a field goal at the time, and he fumbles in the red zone. At worst, Kansas City gets a chip shot field goal. They go up by 6, forcing the Eagles to get a touchdown with a good Chiefs defense. Instead, Travis Kelce coughs up the fur ball. And you're supposed to be the franchise player. Okay, you're supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about a fumble. Not a catch. We're talking about a fumble. Travis Kelce put himself under a Swifty-sized microscope because of his social activity. During the team's bye week, Travis Kelce traveled 5,500 miles to Argentina, which is where Taylor Swift was beginning the next leg of the Eras tour. And Kelce was there, smoochy, lovey, having a fine time. He was, Travis Kelce. And that's fine. But the way it works, I didn't make the rules, but the way it works, just like if Tony Romo goes to Mexico on vacation, or the Giants back in the day with Odell Beckham before the playoffs, they go on a boat in Florida. The rules are the rules. Travis Kelce decided to go to Argentina. He did it for whatever reason, but he didn't play well enough. You got to win the game. You got to make the catch. You can't fumble. He cost him the game. He fumbled. It's on him. Now, here's Travis Kelce following this loss. So here the question and the answer with Kelce at his locker in the losing locker room, where the better story is. Let's go to the audio tape.
Diagnose just what's going on with the offense otherwise.
I got to be better. Just not playing up to the level that I have in the past. I got to be better.
Any adjustments the Eagles did in the second half to sort of disrupt things?
No. Turnovers and penalties on our half. It's nothing that they did.
Travis,
it's all us.
3 games, no points in the second half. Are you identifying anything why it's happening in the second half?
I just mentioned the turnovers in the second half. I just mentioned the flags. It's all fixable. We just got to do it.
Travis, does it feel like a particularly emotional game to you when you play them?
All right. Who knows what he said after that? But Travis Kelce, that was an odd way to stop a soundbite, by the way. But Travis Kelce, I guess he's just got to shake it off, right? He's got to shake it off. All right, anyway, turning the page. So where does this loss leave Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Where does it leave Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? So it leaves them licking their wounds. It's not a mortal defeat. You're not eliminated. It's not like they gave a trophy and had a parade for the Eagles. You wouldn't know that the way the Birds fans were celebrating after the game. But even though Kelce gets a ton of the blame for his South American excursion, Patrick Mahomes tossed an interception in the end zone. That is taboo. You can't. No, that's taboo. That's what Zach Wilson does. That's not what you do. And he's always been able to get the most out of his guys, Patrick Mahomes. Right now, it's not exactly working out that way, right? Andy Reid can scheme up anybody also, right? The front office. What did the Chiefs decide to do yet again this offseason? They won the Super Bowl, so they say, you know what, we're going to punt. We're not going to go out and make a move for a top-notch wide receiver. We're not doing that. No, we're not going to acquire a big-name receiver. Not going to happen. Then again, at the trade deadline, they said, no, we're not going to do that. They didn't get a huge headline receiver. And so they still have not been able to fill the void by Tyreek Hill. Yeah, but they won the Super Bowl. I get that. But on a week-to-week basis, they're continuing to bet that the guys on their team are going to step up. That's what they're betting on. And so far, the wide receiving core in Kansas City has the dexterity of a Savannah elephant on a high wire. They're a bunch of klutzes. What's my evidence? How about Justin Watson, who dropped a pass that would have extended on a 4th down and 25? He would have had a first down, extended the drive in the final minute, and a Fred X type catch from back in the day. He didn't do it. And the biggest criminal of them all, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Wow, what a turd burger. Marquez Valdez-Scantling legitimately had a game-winning touchdown right in his hands. Perfect throw by Mahomes. You're a professional wide receiver. You've beaten the defender. And he stumbled and dropped the ball. Now, I realize there's a long, winding road in the NFL. I get that. And I'm here for the long, winding road every week. But the early precincts reporting in the vote totals, and they are calling for a recall among the Kansas City wideouts. The Chiefs have scored an NFL worst 53 points in the second half. That is actually worse than everyone else. Carolina, that doesn't know how to play professional football. The Arizona Cardinals, who blow. Everybody. 53 points in the second half. Nothing has changed more in my lifetime than halftime adjustments. And there are none in Kansas City. That equates, if you do the Maller math, just over 5 points per game in the second half. All season. We're not in week 2 or week 4 or week 6. We are now done as the curtain comes down on week 11 in the NFL. All right, last word. Does this win, we'll go to the winning locker room, does this victory cement the Eagles as the team to beat in the NFL? So you can't see, but I'm nodding my head yes. Now, this is not Secretariat running away and up by 30 lengths. That's not it at all. Nothing has yet been decided. But we do the show today. You are what your record says you are. And in this particular moment, the Philadelphia Eagles, by way of a 9-1 record, are clearly the top team, right? They're the number one team. But it's not like they have this invincibility about them. And maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. I just do the overnight show around here. But I don't get the sense that you go into a matchup with your favorite team, whoever the top team you have, whether you're the Niners, now that they got their guys back with the great system quarterback Brock Purdy, the Detroit Lions on any given Sunday, the Baltimore Ravens, a rematch with Kansas City. You look at any of these top teams, and you're like, would you be stunned if the Eagles were to lose? I would not. Now, the one sweet spot for Philadelphia, where they are several galaxies ahead of everyone else in the NFL, they have the single most unstoppable play that was on display in this Monday night game. The tush push is golden. The tushy pushy. And Jalen Hurts is the Yokozuna of the tush push. And you think of the most unstoppable plays. So many of them are basketball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook, the Jordan fadeaway, the dream shake from Akeem Olajuwon, Dirk Nowitzki's one-legged leaner, all those type of plays. And this play, that is the Secretariat play. That's where Jalen Hurts is the maestro. And you look at all the other numbers, Jalen Hurts not that impressive. But that push, if they just get within 1 yard, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, they convert 98% of the time. It's insane. They're 33 lengths ahead of everyone else. And the 49ers and Lions are still bird-dogging in the NFC. And the Lions have a game they should win on Thanksgiving. The Eagles will have a letdown game against Buffalo after they won their regular season Super Bowl over Kansas City. So things can come at you pretty fast in the NFL next weekend. But for now, in the moment, Philadelphia 9-1. They're the top team in the NFC, and they are in the driver's seat for Lost Wages, Nevada. And that is the site of the February Super Bowl in the Nevada desert.